Now that we have the house all cleared out, minus a few tools that we pretty much use every day, so we're gonna go ahead and keep those in here, we are all ready to start on our first project inside.
Yes, and what that's going to be is the shipping container floors. We are going to hold off on the center section floor, and what we're going to be doing with the shipping container floors is just epoxying them. So any pesticides that are treated with the floor, which the tags labels them, and we've researched them, they're non-harmful to humans, but still we want to encapsulate them, and also any goods that were transported in here that we don't know about that may have spilt, those will also be encapsulated, so we won't have any worries of off-gassing.
Yeah, we're very excited about doing the container floors because obviously we love the whole look of the shipping containers inside and out, so the thought of covering up the floors just sounds horrible to us.
But as far as like all the scratches and bumps and bruises, we're going to keep all those.
We love the character it gives our home, just seeing all the scratches and knowing that it's from its life of transporting goods, you know.
So we just want the floors to pretty much just be an art piece. You know, it's on its second life now. So before we begin on the floors tomorrow, we're actually going to stay the night in here tonight because it's someone's birthday. She's been really wanting to stay in here, so.
Yeah, we're not going to be living in here. It's just a one-time thing.
Yeah, since it's all dried in, and now that we won't be attacked by bugs,
yeah,
it's going to be nice just getting a preview of what it's going to be like, minus the air conditioning.
Bear, you want to have a sleepover?
Oh man, he looks excited. I've never seen him sitting up so straight.
We need to just grab what we need for one night in here, okay? Do you want to go grab your ducky?
Somewhere in the great unknown, when I return from the afterglow, will you carry me like I am whole again? Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all.
He's gonna take the batteries.
I had a feeling, but the feeling is all gone.
Please look at him. He just went and rolled in the mud again. So we told him that he needed to wait outside for a little bit till he dried off.
So sad.
He's just staring at us.
It was so nice getting to stay in the house last night. I literally woke up this morning, I looked at Spencer and I said, it feels like we're in a hotel right now. It was really nice, but now it's back to barn life and we are all ready to start working on the shipping container floors.
So to start this whole floor process, we're going to have to clean it. And one of the biggest things we wanted to point out is these screw holes for two reasons. Well, one, we want the epoxy to be able to cure really well to the floor. So we need to clean out all this debris that's built up over the years. And two, we like the aesthetic of the screw heads. We want to be able to visually see them. So the epoxy is self-leveling. You'll visually see the screw holes, but you won't have like a bunch of divots throughout the floor line. So yeah, let's get this thing started because there's going to be a lot of little screw holes to clean out.
There's a lot of screw holes, and I actually just went around and I counted them all. Yeah, how many do you think there are? Just in one container.
I'd say probably 500.
That's really close. 496.
Really?
Yeah, per container. So 992 screw holes that we just cleaned.
Yeah, that took much longer than I anticipated.
I know. 992 people. Now that's dedication. So out of the entire shipping container floors, we actually only have one area where the floor is actually kind of raised in one area where it kind of started to peel back a little bit. We'll show you guys.
So yeah, I'm just going to sand it down real quick. If it turns out horrible, it's not that big of a deal because this actually is going to be where the shower is going to be, so in our master bathroom. So not that big of a deal. This is kind of our trial and error.
You can see just this piece right here is raised up.
Now that we got all the dirt off the floors, we're just gonna go ahead and clean them really well with some alcohol. It burns my throat. I cannot wait to have a nice, well-lit bathroom. Literally this morning when we woke up, Spencer looked at me and the first thing he said to me was that you have a unibrow. I really didn't think it was that bad. All right guys, we had a bit of a mishap. As we were brushing the epoxy on, it started to harden much more quickly than we thought it would. And we got a clump and we noticed it right after we had poured on a bit. So now we have like a clump of epoxy in our living room. So we're gonna have to fix that. But we're gonna go ahead and stay away from that area right now. We're going to do a new batch of just less of the mix and see how that goes and do that one on the other container. So hopefully we don't mess this one up. All right, take two. So our second attempt with the epoxy went much, much better. You can see how far we were able to get on this container. This is how far we should have been able to get on the first one, but obviously it started hardening on us because we messed up. And you can see that it's soaking into the wood in a lot of spots, and that's why it looks uneven, which is what it's supposed to do, because the flood coat is still to come. Yeah, we way underestimated the amount of epoxy that we needed. I mean, we wouldn't have even had enough to do the first coat because of that mess up. So we have more on the way. It should be here very soon. But in the meantime, I mean, we can't work on anything inside of the house because the floor is still drying and I mean, we can't do anything on top of it right now. So while we're waiting on the epoxy to come in, which it will be here tonight, and once we get it, we'll go ahead and we'll go straight back to working on the container floors. But in the meantime, we're gonna go ahead and get a head start on building our fence around the house. The reason why we want to do this is just so we can keep the cows and donkeys out and actually start planting some trees. And that way we can start having some shade on the west side of the house, which will be really nice.
Now you're doubting your ambition. You've been working 2 jobs, still the bills are stacking up in this pile on the coffee table. Nothing's ever enough. Money isn't worth all the life that you're paying. Wonder when it all stops, when nobody want more, when we're done taking all for granted. Nothing's ever enough. Nothing's ever enough. Oh, when it's all going faster, and you can't get a hold of things, and you're longing and searching for something more. And you try to remember all the good things that your mama told you. It turns around, you see, it takes time, but you just can't believe that. Believe that, no, you just can't believe that. Ooh, you just wanna be happy, wild and young and free. You just wanna be everything you intended to be.
That was a big shot.
Yeah, it was.
Perfect.